everybody. So this is very exciting. I got to go to an early screening of Ralph Breaks the Internet. And so I get to give you my early review, I guess, of this movie. This is spoiler free. Stanford and I have already recorded. We're going to have in about 5 days after it releases, we will release that. I figure most people will probably gotten to see it by then, and I'll have a big spoiler warning. But we analyze it, or it's really fun. You're gonna love it. Wreck-It Ralph. I liked it just fine. I thought it was a perfectly pleasant little movie. I just didn't think it was as groundbreaking as other people thought. I had issues with Sugar Rush. I had issues with the story, and I felt like it sort of set up something that it didn't really deliver. And so it's kind of in the middle of the pack for me as far as my ranking. And we have a whole Talking Disney episode all about Wreck-It Ralph. You should definitely listen to it. I thought we made some really good points, and it was really fun. Love it and think it's the greatest thing to ever exist. And that's just not my experience. But I'm very curious to see what those people that just love the original Wreck-It Ralph will think of this sequel. Because in my opinion, I liked it much better. I thought it was, I liked all the different games and worlds and areas of the internet and all that stuff that it goes to. I thought it was very creative, where I'm more creative than the original, in my opinion. I thought it had some really nice heart. And the thing that I was so worried about this movie is I was worried that it would feel kind of Shrek-ian, for lack of a better word. And I'm not a big fan of that kind of parody. And for me, the thing I liked about this movie is that all of the humor, for the most part, is all part of the story. It all works as there'll be a joke, but it's all part of their journey to getting to where they need to be. Instead of in the Emoji Movie, for instance, in the Emoji Movie, there's a whole scene where they play Candy Crush for no reason. It has nothing to do with the plot at all. There's also a whole scene where they dance in Dance Dance Revolution that has nothing to do with the story at all. And so in this case, this is so much more successful because, like I said, everything that happens in almost every joke has something to do with a character's progression, a character's journey, what's going on. So it's not just pointless parody. Because if you think of movies like those awful parody films, that poke fun at current genres and stuff, like a Disaster Day or whatever, Disaster Film. I don't even know. The problem with those kind of things is that there's really not a story. It's just oh, look, this is familiar. Oh, look, this is, and I was worried about, that it was just going to be kind of like that when they went to the internet. Great thing about Disney animation is the characters and the moments of heart that you get. They're just on, in my opinion, for the most part, they're on a different level than most of these other animated studios. And we have plenty of places that provide that kind of parody humor. We don't need it in our Disney movie. We want it to be part of the growth of these characters. So that made me really happy. The thing I think they did such a good job compared to the Emoji Movie, maybe that's an unfair comparison, but it's just such an obvious comparison. But what I think they did a really good job is that it wasn't cynical. All of the people that are playing the games are happy and are frustrated, but they're not these, I don't know, they're not these blind robot people. They're just, everything was pretty positive. And for instance, in the Emoji Movie, the kid can't ask this girl on a date that he likes without using his phone. And there's something just kind of cynical about that. And he can't do it without using emojis. And he's already got her phone number. In this case, it was just people that are on eBay, people that are on, and there wasn't cynicism in this movie. Very sweet. And it was very, I don't know, it was just this world of the internet and not a cynical look at the world of the internet. And I really appreciated that a lot. And the princess scene that we've all seen, I saw D23. I did way better as part of the story, because it feels sort of Shrek-ian when it's not included in the story. And because it's all part of sort of Vanellope's character growth. And particularly, I think I still had some things in that scene that were irritating to me, especially the entrapped and enslaved thing for Belle. But I thought that the casual dress scene that we've seen clips of was hilarious and really worked. And I actually thought that Ariel was was sort of the shining star of those scenes. Jodie Benson did a great job, and I thought that that made me happy, of course, because I love Ariel. And there's actually some musical sequences that I wasn't expecting. I thought the overall message was really sweet. And I know some people that have heard about the ending had major problems with the ending. I didn't. I thought that it was actually a subtle and nuanced lesson that they learned that I appreciated, and I think is kind of part of growing up that was good, I thought. And I liked all the scenes in Slaughter Race. I thought that was really good. And I thought Gal Gadot did a great job with the voice. And overall, I just really enjoyed it. I thought it had a ton of heart. I thought it was funny. It had good music. It was beautifully animated. All the cityscapes and other things. I thought the humor, like I said, worked because it was all part of the plot. I thought the story was well written. Overall, I really enjoyed it. To me, to see the people that loved the first one, if they respond negatively to this, because I was the reverse and I responded positively to this. So I'm very curious to see what the overall response was. But that was my experience, and that's all I can go off of for this. So look forward to you guys hearing the spoiler talking Disney discussion that Stanford and I have when we'll post that. And let me know your experiences. Are you nervous about this? Are you excited about it? How are you feeling? Would love to hear. And thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.